move on. The Cincinnati Bengals. So the Cincinnati Bengals got the win over the Denver Broncos in a game they had to win, 30-24. Cincinnati needed that game, just a chance to sneak in week 18. They needed to win just to even have a chance. And they're still not in. They still need to win the game in week 18 against the Steelers. They still need help. The Broncos, they squandered an opportunity to clinch a spot in the postseason. Now they have to do it next week against Kansas City, a Kansas City team that all likely or not are going to be resting players, having that number 1 seed wrapped up with that win over Pittsburgh on Christmas. So Cincinnati has the opportunity now. So Denver, they got to win that game. They don't beat Kansas City because of this loss to Cincinnati. They don't beat Kansas City, then they're in huge danger, because then they need Miami to lose to the Jets, and then they need Cincinnati to lose to Pittsburgh. So it's a difficult situation there. But going back to the Cincinnati Bengals now, can they sneak into the playoffs? Yeah, I think that they can. Obviously, they're still alive, but I do think it's difficult. But it just seems like it's going that way with what Cincinnati has done. They were number one. They were 4-8. They didn't even nobody believed that they'll even be alive for any sort of mathematical chance in week 18, let alone this is an okay probability. I didn't even think they had that opportunity, 4-8, to come back from that to win 4 straight. Denver, look, I think Denver squandered an opportunity, and I think this could get really, really bad, really, really bad for Denver. It can be really, really bad news for Denver. Now, Bo Nix, he's had a great rookie year. He's been, outstanding. Hasn't been quite Jaden Daniels, but it's been a good runner-up in terms of offensive rookie of the year. He's been great. But and in this game, I thought he was solid. 24 of 31, 219, 3 touchdowns and interception. I thought overall he played well. But Denver, in this one, it was an opportunity, a missed opportunity. Because look, Cincinnati, and Cincinnati has been doing this all year, to be honest. Cincinnati gave Denver so many opportunities to get back into this game and win. So many. Cincinnati also themselves, if we want to be critical on them, they should have won this game maybe 4 different times late down the stretch. The missed opportunities, number one, earlier on in the game, the turnovers, the turnover on downs, on 4th down, the points that they left on the board. It wouldn't have even been that close if they were just more efficient early on, and they were able to either take advantage and complete those 4th downs, or just kick the kick the field goals. So early on, they left points on the table. Despite that, they had a 7-point lead late in the 4th quarter, and they give up a touchdown, essentially almost a Hail Mary touchdown on 4th down. Bo Nix throwing to, I believe it was Mims. It was Mims that made that late play. Yeah, I think it was Mims. Yeah, Marvin Mims Jr. Can't happen. And not only that, Cincinnati gave up another opportunity. Joe Burrow, he got the ball. Number one, Denver, they forced Cincinnati off the field, but they get the ball back, and Cincinnati, they get a field goal, clear cutout field goal. Cincinnati gets, and Evan McPherson, who's out. So the Bengals had Cade York, and Cade York, he misses the winning field goal. He misses it, and you're thinking, oh boy, a 33-yard field goal, he misses it for the game. You're thinking, oh, this is just Cincinnati's season. It's just, just a great way to define Cincinnati's season. But the Bengals are able to get the ball back. And go and get the winning touchdown. And so many opportunities that Cincinnati had to win that game. And if you want to look at it the other way, so many opportunities Denver had to take this game away because of Cincinnati's negligence and Cincinnati's lack of capitalizing in finishing, or Cincinnati's lack of being able to finish it. Denver Broncos couldn't capitalize. And now with this loss, Denver put themselves in a position, essentially, they gotta go, no, they don't have to go on the road. They gotta beat a division rival. They gotta beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And the thing is, the fortunate thing is, it's looking like Kansas City's gonna rest players. And, why not? You're 15-1. They've played so many football games in the last couple of years. Mahomes, literally, every year he's been a starter, has made at least an AFC championship. There's just so many football games he's played. Why not give him that rest in Week 18? Now, Kansas City, they got to do a good job of being able to balance out the fact that they're not going to play next week. So you don't want guys being too rusty, not playing football, not playing any football, any game action in 2 weeks. So I definitely think there's going to be some tinkering going on for Andy Reid. But there's no way Kansas City is going to take this full on for 48 minutes. And, Kansas City Chiefs, not saying that this has anything to do with their game plan at all or anything like that. But let's be honest. Every team in the AFC would rather have the Denver Broncos in the playoffs. Cincinnati will get into the playoffs and they'll have a say. Denver, they'll probably be first round food for anybody. They'll just be, they'll just be there. But yeah, it's just it's unfortunate for Miami and Cincinnati. The fact that Denver's taking on a team that's eliminated. That's really unfortunate. That is really, really unfortunate. And the team's gonna have to rest. But at the same time, Cincinnati, man, their defense has not been good enough this season, and someone needs to pay for that. Miami, their situation is a little different, injuries and all that. Look, Miami, I think they have a realistic shot. They have a better chance to make the playoffs, obviously, over Cincinnati. The fact that they control their own destiny. Tua Tagovailoa, is he gonna play? He was out. What's his status? His hip injury is very uncertain. Jets right now, they open up as the underdog, but if there's no Tua, I don't know who I'd favor in that one. So a lot of things to come down to the wire, but again, look, as much as I think Denver might slip up, if Kansas City is not taking this, full on from minute one to the end of the game, I really struggle to believe that Denver is gonna let this slip away. That would be a monumentous choke. So can the Bengals sneak into the playoffs? Well, obviously, yeah, they can. But will they? I think it's a very, very limited proposition. I think it's not that likely.